All right, all right. We're back, man. Hey, this is not an episode. This is a little different this time.
Yeah.
Earl, what's going on, bro? How you feel?
Same old, bro. Like, and we had to come back for this conversation. We bear a snowstorm and a snow emergency in Philly, bro. We
Yes.
bear like some other technological issues, but we're here, man. We had to have this conversation.
We had to, man. And this one has been going on, that's been going on for the last few days and been a main topic of conversation, man. And we don't talk about Drake a lot on this show. When we do, people get upset about it.
They do. They do. They come out of the woodwork, bro. Like just
Drake's look code is crazy, but we have to, man. So for those who are not aware yet, Drake recently filed a defamation lawsuit against Universal Music Group. He actually filed this lawsuit in New York, and the lawsuit is uh, in total it's about 81 pages. And we've combed through it for those who don't have the time to or don't want to. We've had the chance to
Mhm.
go through it both individually and look at some of the different stuff that's in it. Um, it's all based around the rollout of Kendrick Lamar's diss tracks,
Mhm.
including from Euphoria to Not Like Us, and the promotion of it and making the claim that Universal Music Group um, basically promoted something that was defamatory against Drake with these diss records. And what were your thoughts when you first heard that this occurred?
So
Let's start.
before man, honestly, after I come through, but I'm gonna just talk about my first reaction. My first reaction to it, dog, I was just like, there's no way because people have to remember too, there was pre-action documents filed too, right? Like
Mhm.
so the notion that he was in the process of potentially like suing UMG and what's the other one? Spotify, right?
Spotify.
Like the fact that that popped off back in November, automatically I was like, okay, I kind of see where this is going. This is crazy, right? And so to see this defamation lawsuit completely be filed, we just can't. Like for me, bro, like I knew Drake was corny, bro. Like, but this is unparalleled levels of corniness that I've never seen in hip hop. I don't think this is hip hop. I'm not going to even put that
No,
tag on it, that label, bro, because in no world would I imagine two artists that are going head to head willingly, like
absolutely.
lyrically with among each other, right? One would pull out the defamation lawsuit card, bro. I
Ne-
never thought I would ever see that in my life.
I could not agree more. Like, and it's what's really crazy is the fact that number one, we've seen Drake in rap beef before,
Right.
doing diss records before. So, we saw him with Meek Mill, where you could really say humiliated Meek. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that diss record was huge and was everywhere. So we saw it with Meek, we saw it with him battle against Pusha T.
Hmm.
So I think that I'm. It's not that I'm completely shocked, but it's just like wow, you really are suing about a diss record, like, and even bigger than that is Drake was the aggressor. To me, that's the
Right.
craziest part. As far as he's the first person to use any defamatory claims against the other person. Like when you really
Hmm.
look at the totality of the battle, and it's crazy because he doesn't include any of the songs that
Any
he
of
that he made about Kendrick Lamar in this
it.
in 81 pages. He doesn't dive into any of the songs that he made, which is interesting. But it's all just Kendrick songs and the responses to them. And I think that that's crazy because of the fact that like the first person to start making personal shots about family and
Yes.
making claims about him beating his wife or his kid not being his and all of these was Drake. So
Yeah.
it's crazy to see somebody file a lawsuit for a battle essentially that they started. Like that, if you want to say like that was the start of the battle, and of course they had been taking subliminal shots before like,
Right. For years.
but like that, I mean, he uh, he responded essentially multiple times to him saying it's not the big three, it's just Big Me.
That's it. He was just saying, I'm the best rapper.
You
There is no
crashed out
big
about him
three.
saying that don't compare me to y'all.
Right. Come on.
Like that is what stemmed all of this. And you decided to make multiple diss records and baiting him saying, hey, come out and make a diss record. It almost seems intentional.
It does. It
And not to
does.
go down conspiracy land, but this is just like I just have never seen something like this. And then when you're talking about the fact that he's like, even in this case, he's claiming uh anti-Semitism.
That's
Like
wild. That's
and
wild.
saying that the not like us is that's it's crazy.
It's not anti-Semitic at all.
Like the song
Yeah.
does not mention anything about Jewish people
Mm-mm.
whatsoever in the entire
Yeah.
none of the songs that he made. So it's nasty work, man.
Nasty, man.
This is nasty work. And he also, we've been seeing a lot of content creators who are putting out videos as well. Some of which even making diss records.
Mm.
What's my man's name? You know this duo, Ziz and Bilu. Do you remember
Okay. I heard of
they're
him, but I
YouTubers.
don't watch
They're
it.
two big
Yeah.
YouTubers that've been around forever. But I know B Lou is the one who made a diss record actually about Drake. But they are all of them are speaking out because of the fact that multiple ones, and as far as the reaction channels,
Mm.
only black ones are listed here. I just
Ain't
want to
that crazy, bro?
and there are plenty of reaction channels that made it, but the ones listed here include like Kai
All black.
Cenat, No Life Shack, all of the black reactors,
What's the
and
other
then
one? Cartier or something? I forgot.
yeah, I can't
Yeah.
remember his name, but they're all listed in there in the actual case. So like
Yeah.
even though they're not being sued, of course, but to even mention them with their images in a case that's claiming anti-Semitism, and I mean, it's just it's
It's
I've
crazy, bro.
never seen, and this is the crazy thing is like, of course, this is stemming around the fact that Kendrick Lamar insinuates that Drake is a child predator in some of
Right.
his diss records. But the crazy thing is, Drake also not even insinuated, said you beat your girlfriend or your wife, like you
Right.
beat like he literally made a claim, and I haven't seen any proof or evidence that Kendrick Lamar has participated in any
Yeah.
domestic violence.
Bro, that was like a old rumor that was since like that was immediately disproven, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he was, grasping at straws trying to make that happen, bro. People got to realize too, this is the part of the defamation suit because obviously for those that aren't aware, it's directed at UMG Universal Music Group,
Absolutely.
which is his label. So he's not like filing it or suing Kendrick Lamar directly, but by all means, bro, like he's using him as the face of the freaking suit. You
of,
know what I'm
of,
saying? So
of the
like,
suit, him and his
I mean,
art, and I think that's important to point out. And
mhm.
is what precedent does this set
Yeah,
for future music? If we're now suing the label for promoting music, and mind you, they're both of the artist songs came out under Universal Music Group, and I think that's
both of
important to
them.
know.
Right.
Absolutely. So
Mhm.
he's making the claim that Universal Music Group was promoting the song and putting money behind the song as a
Mhm.
means to destroy his character. And it's just him using Kendrick Lamar and Kendrick Lamar's music as the framework
Yeah.
for his battle with Universal Music Group is just disgusting, bro.
It's disgusting, bro.
It's
And
disgusting.
like,
It's
okay.
the most non-hip hop thing I think I've ever seen. And I have to, and I'm gonna say this, man. We talked about this before. It's I'm not gonna lie, man. Us consumers, it's our fault that Drake exists.
Mm,
I'm not the biggest Drake fan. Anybody who listens to the podcast is pretty aware of that. There's some music he's made that I think is cool, but I've never thought that he was this
mm,
uber talented, uber gifted
yeah.
rapper or any of that. But at the same time, like it is, bro. In what world does this happen? Like, in what
No
world
world.
do you sue because of diss records?
No, maybe because I'm so locked in with like hip hop and R&B. Like maybe I'm blinded, maybe I'm naive, maybe I'm ignorant, bro. I have never seen anything like this
No.
in music. Like forget
But
hip hop. I personally
people
never
have
seen
definitely
it.
sued their labels, but nobody has sued
In
their
the midst of
labels.
a heated like
But
battle
that's good.
between one artist and
But that's
another.
because there's not really, there aren't quote unquote battles in other genres.
Sure,
You know
but
that,
I've
that
never seen it. Like
no,
I've
I've
never
never
seen
seen it either. And the
it.
thing is, hip hop is a rap battling has been around since the genre's inception. So it is
Facts.
battling is a component of hip hop. It always has been.
Defamation, like if we want to be like, we're no lawyers, right? But we know what defamation means by
Absolutely.
definition. Hip hop is rooted in defamation, bro, right?
A
Like
little
what
bit.
is nuance
Because
about this situation? Like there's
but some
nothing.
people also aren't aware that, man, like when you look at hip hop's foundation in black culture,
Mhm.
prior to hip hop, the dozens has always been a part of black culture. Us cracking on each
Always.
other, us roasting. Every city has a
Yes,
different word
bro.
for it. Roasting, frying, bussing, whatever you call it. Every
Whatever.
your city has a word. If you're black and you live in a black community, there is a
100.
word for talking about each other and insulting each other in a joking manner. That's
Facts.
across the board. You know what I mean?
And it ranges, bro. It can be really mean or it can be playful. Like if dude lost, you know what I'm saying? I was about to
It,
say one, bro. I'm cool, but but you know what I'm saying? If he had four fingers, they would say four finger Freddy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
that's a form of Jones, and like it's just part of the culture. That's 1,000%.
it's
You know
a
what I mean?
part of it, bro. Your mama jokes, all of that, bro.
All
It's
that.
like, and that stuff was prior to hip hop, and so it's ingratiated
Yeah,
within the culture as a
for
because
sure.
it's a
It's ingrained.
genre
Yeah.
founded. You know what I mean? Founded in on black culture and black life. So it's for you to be an outsider already coming from another country. Um,
Yeah, people forget, bro. I don't even know why. Maybe it's just me. I always tend to forget that bro is not American. Like, I don't know why I
because you've
just
heard him do a bunch of different American accents,
that's true. I didn't heard
and
this
this is why
man
I say it's
adopt
our
so many
fault.
identities.
It's
Yeah.
our fault for allowing a Drake to exist within hip hop for this long, man. And that's to go back to
Mm,
that point, man. Is us as consumers should have nipped this Drake thing in the bud as corny a long time ago.
yeah.
We've gotten rid of extremely talented artists within our culture that we didn't embrace because they were quote unquote corny and didn't support because they were corny,
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
really weren't corny. But when you have a real cornball here who is
Mm,
doing different black scents across different cultures and we let it rock for too long. You know what I
yeah,
mean? But
bro.
but but we call a Will Smith corny, or we call it a Bow Wow corny, or we call it,
Right.
you know what I mean, these other artists who were
Yeah.
dope in their own right and just were positive as far as
Facts.
their music at a time period. Even dating back further than that, when you talk about like Kid and Play, and you're talking about
Yeah.
these other artists who were viewed as corny, but
Hmm.
we let a Drake rock for
That's
this
what I'm
long.
saying. That's crazy.
It's the consumer's fault, man.
It is, bro. And like I'm someone who I like Drake music. I was like, I wouldn't call myself necessarily, I wouldn't go as far as to say I was a fan. Like, I think that's a little overboard, but I rock with his music. Like, there's certain albums that I favor over others, right?
Yeah,
But like, we act like within hip hop, we can't excommunicate certain people. Like, I'm not gonna lie, we've done that to several people. I would say the most recent, I mean, he's kind of done it. He did it for himself, but I would say Post Malone has kind of veered away from hip hop because I think he
absolutely.
recognized like, oh yeah, the stuff you saying, bro, like we not rocking with that. Like, you know what I mean? Even back in the day, Vanilla Ice, bro. I would say
Facts.
like,
Prime
you
example.
know, excommunicated because we was like, yo, you not writing your rhymes. Your last name is Van Winkle. Like, we not letting this fly. You know what I'm
And think
saying?
of how many stuff we let all everybody finding out that Drake didn't write a lot of his rhymes.
Yep.
People let that
Yep.
people blew that off.
Come on. Come on.
Him coming by and doing 50 different accents. And none
Come
of them,
on.
we don't even know what Drake's real accent is. We don't even know what
Honestly.
he really sounds like at this point. Every
And when I
song,
do
every
hear it, I'm like,
interview,
he sound like that?
every
Yeah.
song and interview, he sounds completely different, bro. Like
Yeah.
we've let that rock. Okay, cool. You know, to go back to the Not Like Us song, some of the things that exist
Hmm.
with younger women, people let that rock. All right, cool.
Exactly.
People let a lot of things ride and embrace Drake despite all of that because he made some cool songs. I'm not gonna be one of the people who don't think Drake has made some good music.
He
You know
made
what I mean?
great music.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
hooks and like I'm with Kendrick. I think I like Drake with the melodies. I ain't like Drake when he act tough. I've always said
Mhm.
that. Like
Yeah.
Drake's sing songy, take care, all of that. The stuff he did with the weekend, that's like the type of Drake
Mm.
stuff that I liked. But we let way too much rock. And I think that now this is at a point where it's like you've pretty much you full colonizer. Like this is crazy. Like and for you to use Kendrick and his music as this after
Yeah.
you fanned the flame of the rap beef is crazy, bro.
It's crazy.
It's
Like
wisdom.
I've never seen anything like it. And to make the argument that UMG was doing some pay for play, like all these other tactics just to like, mess up you all's future negotiations because Drake's like contract with them is expiring and they're
Yeah,
renegotiating in 2025 this year. Like, bro, the reality is you used UMG and those exact same tactics to bolster your own numbers. So by
exactly.
when you want to really break it down, you're suing them for doing exactly what they do for you, like essentially, bro.
Right.
Like
Look.
that's crazy. Like I don't see. Can I shoot him some bail and say that he may have a case? Could I say that?
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Yeah, I
No. No.
could.
No.
I
No.
could say that.
I think
Yeah.
if you're actually talking about does he have a potential of winning? Oh yeah. I think yeah.
Sure.
I think he has a case, but that does not
Sure.
change how corny it is.
Not at all.
And I
That's the
think two
that's
things
the
can be
point.
true. And this is not in defense of Universal Music Group.
No, no.
This is in defense of an outsider coming into a culture that you don't understand. This is
Mhm.
not the first rap beef that have been in the mainstream. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is a part of hip hop culture. And not only that, you've came out and switched up talking about how tough you were and mob this and
Yeah.
mob that and
Yeah.
you then to turn around and say, oh no, I'm a victim. Like I can't believe like
Bro.
that's the problem. So two things can be true. Do I think he has a case against Universal? Possibly. I don't
Yeah.
know if they put money towards his disc records too, though.
That's
So,
what I'm
and I'm
saying.
sure we're gonna find out a lot more as time goes on,
Hmm.
and I'm sure this is gonna be a long trial and process. So, um, we're gonna see it all play out, but
Yeah. But
it's crazy.
this is
So,
wild.
but I also want to read really quickly. I want to read Universal Music Group's response to Drake on social media that they did. They did
Hmm.
respond, um, and I want to pull this up. Um, they stated, not only are these claims untrue, but the notion that we would seek to harm the reputation of any artist, let alone Drake, is illogical. We have invested massively in his music, and our employees around the world have worked tirelessly for many years to help him achieve historic commercial and personal finance success. Throughout his career, Drake has intentionally and successfully used UMG to distribute his music and poetry to engage in conventionally outrageous back and forth rap battles, and I quote, to express his feelings about other artists. He now seeks to weaponize the legal process to silence an artist's creative expression and to seek damages from UMG for distributing that artist's music.
Very
Fire.
corporate response, but hey, they not wrong, bruh. How you gonna then sue the machine that you yourself have been using for so
That
long?
you've
How does
used
that
it
make
for rapping.
sense?
And you know the crazy thing about it, it makes me think about the Meek thing. It makes me
Yeah.
think about his records against Meek and specifically back to back.
Back to back was Grammy
They
nominated,
put
bro.
it was great, bro. They promoted it heavily on all of these
Heavy.
blogs. It was pushed like a single. So,
100%.
so for you to be able to do that with your disc record, but his is like, oh no, um, it's crazy. You've literally done the exact same thing.
A
So,
thousand percent.
but now you're crying foul because you lost. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And I think that's what the biggest corny. Like, take your L. Like, it's like you could just tell people who ain't never been in a fight before.
for sure.
Like,
Yeah.
bro, you got whooped. All right, cool. Move on. Like,
Move
it's
on.
cool. Like, and the crazy thing is, bro, like, you got whooped. You did get whooped by Pusha
For
lyrically.
sure.
So it's like, all
Yeah,
right,
but he
you know
licked
what I
his
mean?
wounds and got back up. That's
He,
my whole thing.
bro,
Yeah.
Jay-Z went through this. Like, like, ether happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Jay-Z rebounded and moved on. Like, it's okay. Like, you could just tell people who ain't never been in a fight.
Bro, for real.
And
Not
I,
only did Jay-Z move on, he went, became the president of Def Jam, and signed his op. He signed Nas, bro.
yes,
So if you
they're
going
friends.
and they're friends, bro, they're colleagues now. Like that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like Drake lost the push. He did Scorpion. People were saying, "Hey Kiki, do you love me?" Whatever. People move on. Like the common denominator in that, you come out with a hit. Instead of doing that, Drake decided to do that goofy song. What was it, bro? My Delilah? I
Oh,
forgot,
oh
bro.
God.
He did that whack song, has done whack moves. If I'm Drake's business partner, manager, whoever is steering his career or who is influential in his camp, bro, I am literally just like have my face in my palms saying, what is this dude doing? You know what I'm
Well,
saying? Like he doesn't know what he's doing at this point. To
and he
go the lawsuit route, bro, to get in front of judges, bro, like that was what you decided was the best move for you.
but
Crazy.
you know what? I don't think I have another theory of what I think Drake is the direction Drake is going to take his career in. Because you can't go back to rapping after this.
Not rapping the way he was.
No,
No.
you can't be fully back into hip hop after this. Like
Nah.
you just
Nah.
cannot. But you know, I have a theory. I don't think he's planning on doing that.
Where would you see him going though? How would he
Now, I have
pivot?
no evidence for this, and as a professor,
Yeah.
I still need to be evidence driven. And this
Yeah,
is a
yeah, yeah,
theory, a
yeah.
hypothesis at best.
Yeah.
Um, I think he's going full on pop.
Ooh, okay.
And not only is he going to go full on pop, I think he's going to embrace more MAGA right wing
Mm,
media. I've already seen
mm,
it a little bit with the last interviews he's done. Um, embracing Aiden Ross and doing streams with him. He's a huge MAGA
mm,
supporter. I think he's going that route. I think he's going to try to deviate away from hip hop culture
mm.
and kind of become yeah, I would say full on like more pop. I think that's the route he's going to go. More
Wow.
international pop. I think that's the route he's planning on going. So I think he knows. I think he's had to decide in his mind already that I'm done with hip hop before I do this, make this move.
That would only make sense. I mean, he has to, right? Because like this is like if certain rules are unwritten, bro, this is one of the biggest things that most hip hop fans know. Like it's just not gonna cut it, bro. And you have to know you can't return. So I could
No,
see him going. I don't know if he'll go. Well, I guess by definition, yo, I could see him going pop two. Like just I think he's gonna fit somewhat into the genreless lane. I don't think he's going to be on some Post Malone stuff and just go like country and then you know what I
I
mean. But I could
don't
just
know,
see
bro.
him.
I
Yeah,
don't see that outside of the possibilities anymore.
you
But
don't think you think he would go country?
bro, this
I can't see
man
him going
is suing
country,
about a diss record, bro. I don't think there's anything he
man.
won't do. I'm
I could
beyond.
see him going. I could see him going. You know who I could see him collaborating with? Because this is the within the company that he's in right now. I could see him do some K-pop records, bro. That's where we at with it. I could see we was talking about that offline. I could see him go K-pop.
Drake on K-pop is crazy.
Whew,
I'm not gonna
man.
lie. Bro. I think he's gonna go full fledged Taylor Swift pop.
Wow.
That is what I see in his future, bro. Like I don't because I don't think you can make these type of moves and plan to have any level of respect in hip hop. And I think he doesn't even care about that anymore.
Wow.
I think he's made his money. He's gonna get. I think, and just to be on record, I think he's gonna get a settlement from Universal Music Group. I don't know what it's gonna be, but I do.
Mm,
I think they'll probably settle before it goes all out. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. Universal Music
maybe
Group
not.
seems a little like they're ready to fight. That's how
It
that
looks like
statement
it.
sounded to me. So maybe not.
Yeah. Because he accused him of a lot of things, bro. Like
Yeah,
that otherwise
81 pages, bro.
yeah, bro. Otherwise, we don't really have full proof of. Like he was saying that there was an undisclosed amount of money that they gave to these radio stations, these select DJs, and all this other stuff.
Yes.
But I don't like. I'll have to go over it again, comb through it once more. But there's certain things that are just like it looked as if it was based on his own personal experience, and these sources that he had, like may have just been yapping for yap's sake, or he may have made them up, or I don't know.
And
But this is pretty detailed,
it's
like
very
lawsuit.
very
Yeah,
detailed. And I also forgot one major part that I don't want to leave this out
yeah.
because I think this is also major. This is unprecedented level of man. We don't curse on this podcast because I really want to call it is crazy, but let me find a better word. Cowardly, punk,
Cowardly punk.
goofy.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know another clean word, so I'm gonna leave it at that.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I is that he's attaching not like us in Euphoria to the shooting that occurred at his house, also in the
Yep,
lawsuit.
he did.
I think I don't want to
Mhm.
leave that part out because he's attributing Kendrick Lamar's music to being why his house there was a shooting at his home.
Yep.
Um, I have not seen any evidence that shows that other than he's using the pins that were on the cover art of one of Kendrick. Which Kendrick Lamar song was that? Was it Meet the
Not
Grams?
like us.
Oh, not like us. The not like us cover art. But every Drake's estate is public record. Like
It's
you could
public.
look
Every
up where Google. I mean, he's bragged about. He shot videos there. Like it's a this isn't a little home, and I think people aren't realize this isn't a little home you can keep secret. This ain't one of our cribs where you can keep
nah.
it low key and people don't know where you live.
Yes.
Bro, this is a massive
A
estate
state, bro.
that is a staple there that has like this is an estate in Canada. Like
Right.
you can look up where it is. So it's not like his house was secret beforehand. So, but
Yeah.
he's attributing that cover art with people coming to his house and trying to do something to him, which is crazy. Like I said,
Crazy, bro.
and I haven't seen any proof or evidence of that, but that's a claim that is also being made in this lawsuit as well. In these 81 pages.
81 pages, dog. And that was like, what was it, bro? It was among like one of the first pages, I think, bro. Like they were basically detailing that story like in the days
Mhm.
following Not Like That's release. But bro,
Yep.
come on. You're right, bro. Everybody knows we're in Toronto. Everybody knows where Drake lives, bro. Like, that's no secret. It's the same with in Northeast Ohio. Everybody would know where LeBron James's like former estate or like, you know what I mean, one of his houses were. It was like a landmark. And it's the
Yeah.
same thing with Drake's spot,
No, it's the
bro.
same thing.
Nobody's stupid, bro.
I hate to use this example, but I don't even mind using it. We're talking about
Oh,
Drake. But
yeah.
R. Kelly was like that where I lived, like and not where
Hmm.
I lived, but where I went to high school. Where I went to high school at was
Yeah.
a suburban in the south suburbs of Chicago. And and R. Kelly's house was in that same area. And
Hmm.
everybody knew that's where R. Kelly's house. They got a big R on the gate. It's not hidden. Like this is a massive
Right.
estate that is, what I mean, in this area. So it's the same thing. Like these giant estates that are in these communities, people know where they are. So
Exactly.
it's not like it like Kendrick exposed Drake's address and now nobody
Right.
like all he did was probably Google it and put dots over the image that he found when he Googled it.
Yeah, we're not talking about masterful like photoshopping here. Like, you know what I'm
No,
saying? Like it was
this is a
clearly a
this,
screenshot with a few added graphics, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
bro. This is the I'm telling you this is the most.
Nah. I'm willing to say this is the worst thing I've seen in hip hop,
Could you
probably
imagine?
all my life, to be honest.
Could
Yeah.
you imagine like Jay-Z suing
No.
Nas over Ether? Or
Crazy.
like or and,
Yeah.
and not suing Nas, but suing the label over the disc record. You know what I
Crazy,
mean?
bro.
Because he's not suing Kendrick. So I want to be very clear about that. He's not suing Kendrick Lamar.
Right.
But could you imagine like
No.
him suing the label over the disc record instead of making another response, instead of coming back with another disc record? I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna sue.
And imagine suing them in general, but them being on the same label too, like and benefiting in the same way. It doesn't make any sense, bro. Like,
Bro, no more Drakes in hip hop, man.
no more Drakes in hip hop.
I
I
want to be very
agree.
clear, man. I am that we shouldn't no more Drakes in hip hop, man.
If we
At
can
all.
excommunicate people for snitching, or at least obviously been one exception, but you know what I'm saying? If we can do that, this should be within the same. To me, this is even might even be nah, it's pretty much on the same plane, bro. If not a little worse. Just because, you know what I mean, like
Bro, you pulled and the fact that you put a target on these other content creators, man. And I got and I
that's
keep and I
too
keep reiterating that because that's to include them in a suit like this and their images in a suit
the
like this. So
images.
that's this public where you're making these type of accusations.
Mm,
Um, it's terrible because basically you're saying y'all aren't giving y'all real opinions about the song when y'all do these reactions. Y'all are a part of some bigger scheme to destroy me because I'm Jewish.
right.
That's what he's
Forgetting
saying.
that they also reacted to his videos and were hooping, hollering, bro, like about the stuff that he aimed at Kendrick and his fiance, like all the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And his children. Like it's just corny, bro. Like it's the you're right, bro. It's the kid that never been in a fight before. How I compare it is you never got a bad chick, and then when you do, you don't know what to do with it, bro. It's the same thing. It's just different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, this is bad, man. This is bad.
I'm
Bad.
sitting here like, bro, I cannot even believe we having this conversation, bro. And even worse, I don't want to hear any Drake fan have anything to say about this, bro. Like, I
Yeah,
have my
yeah,
people,
I'm
bro.
not arguing back with y'all, bro. I'm gonna be
No,
honest.
bro.
At
Y'all
this
can
point,
have it, bro. If
y'all are
y'all are
different.
this disillusioned,
Bro,
have
I'm
it.
gonna be honest, bro. If you can justify this as a Drake fan, bro,
Uh,
stay away from me. I'm gonna be
Stay
honest.
away
I
from
don't want. I
me.
don't want no. I don't want.
Listen,
I don't want to be near you, bro. I don't know what you're capable of. If this is the
yo,
type of person you are, and you condone this in
yeah,
hip hop, like I said,
yo,
this is a genre that is battle rap is ingratiated in it. You don't get to make claims about somebody and saying you beat your wife. Your kid isn't your kid. It's your
right,
manager and your friend's kid. Like we
right.
like, and then
Come on,
when they make some comments about you, oh no, I'm suing. No, bro,
crazy.
that's not the hip hop I fell in love with.
Mm-mm.
There's no place for that in the culture, bro.
Zero, bro. And again, if you're
And I
this delusional, dog, then I want to transport you and become a rap and reason subscriber and cheer for us this way, bro. Be this loyal to this channel, bro. That's my wants and
no,
desire for
I'm
2020.
not gonna lie, bro. I don't know if I want no. I don't know if I want the type of fans Drake got, bro. Because them the ones who might pull up to your house and be stalking you out your window,
You
man.
know what? You're
I
absolutely
don't
right.
want
They
the
may be
level
the
of support.
stands.
I don't
Yeah.
want the level of supporter that Drake has, bro. At
Nor.
any point in my life, bro. Like y'all got it. I do not want your support to that degree. Because yeah, man, this is nasty work, man. We had to pop on here to talk about this.
Had
Um,
to.
we had to just because number one, we didn't want to ingratiate it into one of the episodes because it would have took up the whole episode.
It would have for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so we just needed its
Yeah.
own video, and we just both want to say, man, as a hip hop journalist and a hip
Mhm.
hop scholar and professor, man, we just have to, you know, both just show our disgust of this move, man, and how in the
Mad
negative,
disgust.
mad disgust and the negative impact it could have on hip hop, on freedom of speech, on arts,
Mm,
and the bigger picture of music. This is just nasty work, man. And it's not hip hop, and hip hop has been around before Drake was born. You know what I mean? These battles have
right.
been going on before you exist. So,
Yes.
um, yeah, bro, you keep that where it's at, man.
Keep it where it's at. And I want to leave with this too. He's making it seem there's been rumblings that he's doing this for music. He's doing this for the culture. This isn't culture. This is self-serving BS, bruh. We all know it. We can smell it from a mile away, dog. You're not gonna put the blanket or sheet over our eyes, but we can see straight through it.
And,
Like this is goofy.
and I want to put this out here once more. This is not in defense of Universal Music Group
Not at all.
at all. So I want to be
Nah.
very, very clear with my. This is not in defense of Universal Music Group or any of their business practices or artists being exploited or any of the stuff that goes on in the record label business
Hmm.
and the music industry. This is not that. This is to critique and yeah, just honestly just
Yeah.
shake our heads at what Drake is doing and how he's weaponizing battle rap um in order to make himself a victim. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think it's disgusting.
No more Drakes, bro.
No
Like
more
I
Drakes in
can't
hip
agree
hop, bro.
more.
Ever. No
Forever,
more Drakes. This needs to be the last cornball like this who we let into hip hop and do what he's done.
bro.
As soon as
That's
you
it.
hear somebody with a fake accent, they gotta go. If
They
you
gotta
hear them rap
go.
and they sound different than how they speak, let them go. They gotta
Let
go.
them go.
We did it with what's her name?
Iggy. We did it with
Iggy. They
Iggy.
did it. They got Iggy up out here when they found out she didn't sound. When they found out, oh, how she sound like she from Atlanta, and then we hear her talk, she sounds like she from Australia. We
They
should
was
have did
on
the
her
same
head
thing with
top.
Drake.
Yeah, for sure. For
Should have did
sure.
the same thing, man. Because now you're putting on a costume. It's not even real,
Hmm.
man. Rapping Reason, man.
Rapping Reason, man. Yes, sir.
Yo, stay locked in with us, man. If you're not following us, follow us on Instagram. TikTok maybe is back now. I
It's
don't.
back,
I think it's gonna
baby.
stay back.
We'll
If it
see.
if it stays there, follow us at Rap and Reason on there too. And then make sure you're subscribed, man. We need y'all to subscribe. Y'all watching, but you're not subscribing. Hit the subscribe button, man, and make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel as well, man. And until next time, peace.
Peace.